There is a question that quietly haunts a lot of people who are trying to grow, trying to become better, trying to invest time and energy into themselves. And that question is this: is it selfish to work on yourself? It sounds almost absurd when you say it out loud. How could becoming a better person be a bad thing? But if you have ever canceled plans to go to the gym, said no to a social event because you needed rest, chosen a book over a conversation, or prioritized your own goals over someone else's comfort, you have probably felt that small sting of guilt, that whisper that says maybe you are being too focused on yourself, maybe you are neglecting the people around you, maybe self-improvement is just a polished word for self-absorption. That tension is real and it deserves an honest look. The guilt does not appear out of nowhere. Most of us were raised in environments that celebrated sacrifice. Putting others first was seen as noble. Thinking about yourself too much was seen as a flaw. And so when you start carving out time for your own development, your own healing, your own ambitions, it can feel like you are breaking some unspoken rule. There is also a social layer to this. When you start changing, the people around you sometimes feel unsettled. Your new habits, your boundaries, your evolving priorities, they can make others uncomfortable. And when people are uncomfortable, they sometimes frame your growth as selfishness. They might not say it directly, but the message comes through. You are changing, you are pulling away, you are becoming someone different. And that difference can feel like abandonment to people who are comfortable with who you used to be. Here's what rarely gets talked about though. What is the actual cost of not working on yourself? When you neglect your own mental, physical, and emotional health, you do not become more available to others. You become less. You show up tired, resentful, unfulfilled, and running on empty. You give people the leftover version of yourself. The version that is too drained to be patient, too burned out to be present, too lost to offer any real guidance or support. The people who love you do not benefit from your self-neglect. They suffer alongside it. A parent who never addresses their own anxiety passes that anxiety on to their children. A partner who never works through their own wounds brings those wounds into the relationship. A friend who never sets boundaries eventually disappears into bitterness. Working on yourself is not a retreat from the world. It is preparation for showing up in it more fully. There is an important distinction that often gets lost in this conversation. Being selfish means pursuing your own gain at the direct expense of others. It means taking without giving, advancing without caring about the damage you leave behind. Being self-focused, on the other hand, means recognizing that you are a resource. And like any resource, you need to be maintained, developed, and protected. When you work on yourself, you are not draining the world. You are building your capacity to contribute to it. The most generous, most impactful people in history were deeply committed to their own growth. They read, they reflected, they trained, they healed, they pushed themselves. Their self-work was not separate from their contribution to others. It was the foundation of it. So is it selfish to work on yourself? The honest answer is, it depends on your intention and your awareness. If self-improvement becomes a wall you hide behind, a reason to never be vulnerable, never be accountable, never show up for anyone else, then yes, it can tip into something unhealthy. But if you are doing the work because you genuinely want to grow, because you want to be stronger, clearer, kinder, more capable, then working on yourself might be one of the most generous things you can do, not just for you. For every single person whose life you touch. The world does not need more people running on empty. It needs people who have done the work, people who are whole enough to actually help.